Good morning. It is 6:44 a.m. on Thursday, January 2nd, 2020. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, I was not expecting to suddenly have my brain racing around thoughts of Castle Ravenloft this morning, but that's how things go sometimes. I was just briefly scanning Twitter before doing this video, and uh, Matt Colville, who's a YouTuber and streamer on Dungeons and Dragons subjects, uh, in addition to the author behind Strongholds and Followers, is planning to use the Castle Ravenloft map from Curse of Strahd and other Ravenloft games to run something, and he's just talking about how it's got a confusing layout, which it absolutely does. He's totally right. But in particular, the segment of that map that he was talking about was the site of one of the more memorable sequences from my own Curse of Strahd campaign, and it just sent me spinning into memories of wanting to just try to say, oh, but don't you understand, that was the place where, they were doing the thing and they were jumping back and forth across this big open area, and it's like... And it just started me thinking all about that map and just the good memories of the end of that campaign with the party running around Castle Ravenloft. It was good stuff. Certainly one of, D&D's pretty great. I'm a fan. But yeah, definitely that campaign was a lot of fun for sure. Yeah, see, now I'm just lost in reverie about it. So it's been a little bit of a struggle trying to switch back to non-vacation sleep pattern. I was very good last night in the sense of at 9:30 I started heading towards bed. I took an Advil PM to try to help boost my getting to sleep a little bit quicker, and it probably helped, but I still lay awake, unable to just stop thinking about things because my body wasn't quite ready to actually go to sleep yet. But going to sleep for something we do pretty much every day is such a weird, mysterious process. And of course, given that being asleep is kind of defined by the lack of consciousness, it's still nonetheless kind of fascinating thinking about when does that happen. Like, you don't ever remember falling asleep, right? Exactly, anyway. What I remember is being unable to fall asleep, lying in bed, thinking about things and trying to clear my mind and only focus on the infinite. I don't know why I suddenly went into that voice. But so when I generally don't have trouble falling asleep, but when I do, my focus is kind of like with meditation. I just try to, not berate myself for thinking about things other than, going to sleep, but just to try to accept the thoughts and then let them pass. I often kind of visualize lying on the beach with the surf, advancing up towards me. And although this imagery might at first blush sound disturbing rather than relaxing, what I kind of imagine is that I'm like a sand sculpture, and the surf is the tide is advancing and gradually dissolving me into the rest of the beach. Like I'm being dispersed into the rest of the universe. And that's an imagery that, for whatever reason, kind of helps me to let go of my conscious mind, which lets me go to sleep. So, yeah. I don't know if that would be helpful to anyone else, but that's what I do. And sometimes it works. Like I said, I don't have to do it very often because I usually don't have trouble falling asleep. But in any event, I'm up. I'm better from my cold for the most part, still coughing a little, but ready to head back to work. So I'm going to talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.